Yeah, so the things that I like very much about Iran. So I am 29. I lived in Iran for 23 years, and then I came to Germany. So for studying. When I was a kid, I I was born in Isfahan, and when I was a kid, my mother used to cook us a rice that is called lenjun rice. And so Isfahan is in the middle of Iran, like not so far away from desert, but it has the longest river in the Iranian plateau. So it's located on at that, like, the river flows through the city, and it is a very huge river, like awesome. And so the race of the rice, Lenjun is like extremely good in smell and very, very tasty. And so I remember growing up with that rice and I loved it. We also have like this race of basilica that there is that it's not here in the West, and it's got these pores, so it's like porous and like hair, tiny little pore hairs, and you call it hirsute, I think. And it's not like the basilica in the West that the Italians used. Is another race, and like our basilica is very rich in smell, and the smell is very different. It's like a wild wild plant. We also have mint that is different from the West, the Western mint. It's also hirsute, wild, and extremely good. Uh, we have another race of rice in the northern of Iran, and all of the Iranian rice are extremely better than basmati. Or, I mean, nobody buys basmati in Iran. It's the lowest quality rice that we know of. Uh, the basmati and then the Pakistani, Indian rice. These kinds of things are like we don't even use these things until 20 years ago or 15 years ago. We just came to know about the basmati rice, and it's like the highest quality in the West. But for us, we have the northern rice, like from north of Iran, and the Lenjun rice from Esfahan. So, and these two were really, really good. But right now, the regime unfortunately destroyed many of our fields, and we couldn't really do that anymore. They just destroyed many things in Iran. So in Isfahan, where I was born, we still have really, really tasty watermelons, super sweet. We have different kinds of fruits, super sweet. We have the best peaches that it doesn't exist in the West, like the peach from Isfahan. We don't even export it to the world because it is that good. We just consume it. Many of the fruit that we harvest in Isfahan, it is just consumed at our own city by our own people. It's a big city. 5 million people live in it right now. It is the first metropolitan area in the history of the world to house 1 million people with water system, sewage system, and hot water. Like, we had lots of great uh, scientists, like 500, 600 years ago, that had knowledge of acoustics and D'Alembert equation, like uh, second degree of wave equation solutions. They knew these things. They knew about the behavior of the water molecules. They built great dams and bridges over the river that flows through Isfahan. And so the thing is, we also have had a lot of Jews living in Isfahan, and it's even kind of made by the Jews because through the first migration of the Jewish population from Israel, Jerusalem, they took each group took a handful of the soil of Jerusalem, and they embarked upon this journey to find another place in this world which has the same soil. And the only place they found was Isfahan. And so 6,000 years ago, even my ancestors, I mean, I might have some Jewish like long ago, but I don't know if I'm Jewish, but uh, like our ancestors, because we are Iranian, the name Iran is 2,500 years old. It means the place where the Aryans live, like the Irland. And my ancestors came to Iran from South Siberia like 4,000 years ago. And then 6,000 years ago, Jews lived in Isfahan. And it means basically the place where we settle in Old Hebrew and those kinds of languages, Aramaic. It also has a Persian name called Sepahan, which means the place where two armies meet, because there was a river. And so in Iran, it is a diverse land. Like we, except the Jews and the Iranians, there also lived Elamis. So Elam is also in biblical text. The old Iran is like those people. They were also they still live there. They are like the cousins of Indians and Arabs. So it's like so they're kind of Abrahamic, like the Jews, and but it's like they're cousins. I don't know how, like somehow related between the Indians and the uh, Arabs and Jews. So it's like a very diverse place, very biblical. um, yeah, Iran has these things, and so a lot of historical places that I liked when I was a child. These were the things that I liked about Iran, and also that the people are very helpful sometimes, and sometimes not. But they're open. They you can talk to them somehow. Not super warm, sometimes not. Recently, the past decade has been extremely difficult for the entire population because the life had been sapped by, like, totally intentionally. It had been intervened in people's lives, but and that had a huge toll on their lives, that their livelihood degraded and their quality of thoughts and psyche degraded. But back then, when I was a child, I was born in 1996, and I also carry the number of the beast 666 in my date of birth. I was born in 16th of 6th of 1996. If you believe in that, I have three sixes, 666, and but the summation of the numbers of my date of birth is 767. So it's like 16 of 6th is like 7 6, and the 1996 is like 7 if you sum the digits. So that's it for now. Yeah, I was born. No, not no. That's not it for now. So I was born in the 90s, and throughout the 90s, the interesting facts are like 1994, the economy of Iran was even better than Japan. So it was the first in Asia. We produced many things, like we produced many cars, and like people produced. I wasn't there in 1994. Even under the Islamic Republic, because the relationship between the regime and the rest of the world was good in 1994. Some reformists had power, like as president, and suddenly everything degraded. But that is something else, not uh, matters right now. Uh, so back then, people somehow had hopes for the future. They were very hopeful for bearing children and also finding jobs, and but it was very but it was for a very short time, and it didn't last that long. So it was like in the 2000, 2001, especially when the um, 9/11 happened, unfortunately. Many things also for us went south, and things didn't remain the same. And it's always like this, like if one person, if one man terrorizes another group or assaults another group of people, then his group, the group where he comes from, is going to be destroyed. Like, for example, I came over here to Germany in 2019. Many people thought I was Syrian. And Germans are hell bent on revenge. They just can't can't have enough of it sometimes. So it's like the shit that happened, I don't know, a couple of years before 2019 when I came, where a lot of bad stuff happened. They had like a very negative mindset of um, people from the Middle East. And the thing was that they weren't really distinguishing between the differences and the cultural differences that people come from, and also people in general. Like one man is different, very different from another man. And it's like, I cannot take revenge from an entire population because of something that one man does to me. Like, it's extremely difficult. I know that they come from the same somehow subconscious program, and that program has caused one man to do something bad to me, and now I am vengeful. For example, I want to avenge everybody that belongs to that group. And so it's like with one mishap, there will be a war, just like in World War I. So these things I know are extremely sensitive. People are extremely sensitive, and but I can I cannot do anything about these things. The only thing that I can do is to pay attention to my own behavior, pay attention to how I behave towards other people, and it's like that's it. Like, yeah. So thanks for watching.